Hello, hello. Welcome to week 3 of Wealth Matrix. And by today, we assume that you have written your philosophy, your standards. You also contemplated on your goal. You wrote it. And today we will speak about goal setting and goal achievement process.
Yeah, and they should be by this time, they should have like a vision, a clear vision, because as we said before, that we have to set up the vision, and the vision will create the new philosophy that they will live with. And the philosophy will create the new standards that they will live with. And that's what will create the results, and that will create their identity. And that's it will be their story. So today's lesson is so essential and crucial in achieving your goal, because setting a goal, it's a part of the conscious mind, it's an intellectual part, but goal achievement, it's a process, it's by law. And there's three things, Elena, that we have to consider while achieving big goals, because we always talk about big goals. We never work with small goals, with low energy goals. We work with inspiring goals. That's why we have to make irrevocable, committed decision with our goal, that's what we need, that's what we have to do, that's our goal, that's our love, because it should be a love story. And two, that our goal must be dominating all our working hours, because you cannot have a big goal and just think of it in the morning, and then end of the day, and all the day you're thinking in other things, your focus is just all over the place. And the third thing, you should be focusing and putting a lot of energy in your weekly, daily, weekly, and monthly goals, and it should be separated.
Yes, exactly. So today we are going to deep dive into the goal achievement process and assume that you have listened and did your homework for those previous weeks and ready to go.
Yes. And here's the necessity of repetition, because I would tell every one of you, if you listen for one time, you maybe grasp, as Elena said, maybe 20% or 25%. But if you listen it at least 4 times, I'm 100% sure you should cover everything. And once you listen, you have to start rethinking and reviewing the ideas, and start putting the action steps that you will take, and rethink of your goal, and just visualize it as an image. Is it clear? Because the first thing, once you set a big goal, you should visualize it in a clear vision, because we're talking about world-class goals, not just a simple goal. Your goal must be dominating all your working hours, as I said before. So that's why I would tell you just the first secret here, and this would be two things you have to master in every day. Every day. The first one is the leadership. Leadership, how to lead yourself. It starts with the courage, have the courage, the self-control, and taking decisions, decision making, taking the responsibility and cooperation with others. And the second thing you have to master is your mindset, is to study yourself, and mastering your mindsets through the power of five. I already explained that before, which is your decisions, your discipline, your standards, your identity, and your attitude. So all those five hidden invisible powers must be questioning myself and everyone. Am I taking the necessary decisions that are aligned with my goal? Am I negotiating with my standards? Am I acting as if I achieved the goal, or I'm acting on a low frequency? That's why we have to put a lot of energy on the daily and weekly and monthly goals.
Yes, and very important that we have our goals written. So we have the dominant goal, that one big goal where we are moving forward, and what our daily, weekly, monthly routine is about, that we have written on the goal cards, and we read it every day many times, because this is how we impress this new idea to our subconscious mind, and our subconscious mind can become our friend and team with us. Yes, team up with us when it believes, when it accepts this.
What you said is essential, Elena, because if we fill our day with our goal, we will never let any space in our mind to let any idea to bother us from the outside world. So that's why I'm telling, writing the goal, thinking of the goal is so essential. It's like personal accountability. That's my goal. That's why the daily goals will give your mind the direction and the focus. What do I really want through the whole day? It's like thinking of your goal, it's like as a portal. It's like, yeah, it will take you to another place. It's focusing on what I should be doing daily. And through repeating this daily, it will be start feeding directly to your subconscious mind, as you said. So that's how you start building the new paradigm that we talked about previously. And this is how it's formed the new program that you'll be emanating from to achieve that big goal that you're working on. And weekly goals, it will help you to focus on the celebrates of doing, I did this thing, let's say. So Friday or Saturday, you should be celebrating of the wins that you did through the week. And that's essential and crucial for goal achievement, to celebrate, because you have to feed spiritually and your mind and your body with those wins. And the last thing is the monthly goal is you have to see the progress, where you've been and where are you with regards to the vision that you're working on. So that's really, every one of us who's listening to us, they should have a non-negotiable each day. Every one of us. So what are your non-negotiable every day? Just commit to your daily routine. You should have a strict daily routine. And I could share like my daily routine with you, because it's essential to have a great day. The deliberate practice. What are you doing? You're working on just doing it every day to be master in it, whatever it is. And the third thing is you should have a strong desire to be better every day, 1%, but you have to identify that 1%. 4 is to be service focused. Just don't chase money. And here is so essential. Just focus how can I serve? And the last one is just do one thing more better at the end of the day. Just say, I'm at the end of the day, I finished the day, let's say, just do a small thing. And every day be better 1%. And make it like sprints, focused sprints, every 30 minutes, then relax, then 60 minutes, then relax, then 90 minutes.
Yes, so when we speak about goal achievement, we should understand that the purpose of the goal is not just to have something new, which we don't have now, but to grow. So when we think about big goal, it means that we see the growth, who we have to become. And what Ahmed is saying now, explaining that every day we growing, every day we add something, and we compare ourselves with ourselves yesterday or months ago, and we see that we grew. This is the process of achievement the goal. And the repetition of the goal is very important, and creating the daily non-negotiable tasks is very essential, because we have to reprogram our subconscious mind, which controls our behavior, and we have to create new habits. We cannot just continue doing old things and expect excuse me, and expect other new results. So it is the process of rebuilding ourselves, creating new routine, doing new tasks, and put efforts and focus on only tasks which are aligned with our goal, and say no to everything else what we did before, which doesn't go to that direction.
Just everyone is listening to us now. Ask yourself this question. Where I am now, currently, your current results, because your results is always tell you the truth, not sometimes, always tell you the truth. And where you want to go, what is the goal you want to achieve? And at this This is the point where you are, and this is the point where you want to achieve, or the goal. Just ask yourself, what's holding me back now? What's the one thing or one belief or one habit or one action that I must take now? Or what am I afraid am I afraid of taking, and just do it now. Just define it, take an irrevocable committed decision and do it now. But it's not easy, it's challenging, but this is how you grow. And the goal, it's the result, but as you said, Elena, it's the result by the person who you became. That's how. I just wanted to ask yourself this, and be very honest with yourself, because you're doing this for yourself. How are you seeing the world around you? Are you seeing that everyone are you blaming everyone, or you're playing the victim mode? Are you taking responsibility of your life? Or ask yourself, are you connected to the past? Am I connected to the past? This is so essential, because the past is dead. I want you to focus on the future and on the new model that you want to become. And this is how you will create a desire to accomplish your goal. Otherwise, you'll be stuck. And believe me, from my experience, there's lots of big things ahead. It all depends on you, your choices, your decisions between the old life you want to create and the world class. Because what happened in the past with you is absolutely essential. Just keep this in your mind. Absolutely essential to prepare you to just tell yourself like this: whatever happened in the past, let it go. It's absolutely essential to me for what I'm going to do in the future. And just move from that point, because you have the power to create your own economy by starting from the way how you're thinking. And just ask yourself at this moment, am I afraid of going where I want to go? Or am I protecting myself from the person I want to become? Those questions are so essential. I want you to be obsessed with your goal based on a burning desire. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to do or to have. I want you to be relentless. And this is how you get the fearless feeling. Because if you're obsessed and relentless, you'll be fearless by default. I cannot tell you don't be afraid, because you have to be inspired. But that required irrevocable committed decision. You have to decide. And once you decide, you have to define, what should I pay in return to that? And you have to be willing to pay the cost. It's all about you. How do you see yourself? Do I see myself as a star, as a leader, or I'm a victim? It's all your responsibility. And remember this, once you feel down, because we are human beings, remember that you're infinite. There's no limit or no end where you can take yourself or your results. You cannot outperform your belief system. That's why we work essentially at the beginning of two models. We're working on your philosophy and your standards. And the best thing is, ask this always, what will just ignite the way is, what do I really want? Something based from your heart.
Yes, and in this process, when we set big goal and see it as something that really we want, it is so important to understand that our past cannot determine our future. What determines our future is what we do today. So Ahmed told so right that we cannot allow the past determine our future. We have to live past for the past and decide today what we want to achieve, and also be detached from outside results which we have now, because the results which we have now, we have them just because of our thoughts, decisions, and actions in the past, which was caused of our results, which are the effect. So when we are detached from real situation, all this physical reality, and decide what we want, even if it is so far from what we experienced before or experience now. So what we will do today will determine our future. So when you really want something, and this is the only prerequisite, you don't need to know how, you don't need to make a big plans. The only prerequisite is just to have that really as a burning desire, that you know that you want it, you know why you want it, and you want to go all in. And this is prerequisite. And if you have that state, you can be there, you can have there. If you do what we share with them in the framework of this course.
It will be a little bit challenging at the beginning, but it will be effortless. And you cannot achieve a goal unless you understand the mind, the laws of the mind. And here I introduce to you the stick person. The stick person was introduced to me through Bob Proctor. He founded that it was by Dr. Thurman Fleet in 1930. He found that we should have a picture of the mind. Since we think in pictures, we should have a clear picture of the mind. And he said that two circles, the big one is the mind and the small one is the body. And he make it this intentionally, that the mind is controlling the body. The body is only the instrument. The mind is an activity. It's all over the body. And that's why he said that the mind have two parts, the conscious mind, the upper side, and the lower one is the subconscious mind. And the conscious mind is connected with the five senses, which is connected to the physical world. So what happened with us now, the goals comes from the essence of who we are, from our heart, from the heart of the heart, which is the subconscious mind. That's why everyone is unique. Everyone have different desire. And this is where it moves to our imagination, through imagination to our mind, to our conscious mind as an image, through imagination as a dream. But unfortunately, most of the people, they are afraid from it. They don't accept it. They don't give it a serious thought. That's why once you have a big goal, just accept that idea. Because one idea can really change your life. One idea changed my life, and one idea can change your life. Just accept it and keep it here. And once you accept it, through repetition, as Elena said, it will be impressing it in the subconscious mind. And it will become a desire through repetition. It's a desire now. And once it's here, it's changed the vibrations of the body. And this is by law, the law of vibration. And this is how we behave based on the new vibration. And this is what we attract based on this vibration. Whatever we're sending, we will receive. And that's the reaction, which is action-reaction, with a cause and effect law. So once we understand this, we start to understand the basics. But we have to understand more about the mind. And if we talk more about the conscious mind, it's the intellectual mind. It's the thinking mind. It's the part where we accept and reject ideas. Most of the people, whenever they have big dreams, they are afraid from it, and then it runs away, it fizzles. I want you, whenever you feel that you have big call is calling you, just accept it and repeat it and start working on it. And this part can originate also new ideas, new thoughts. And once you impress it here, here is everything. Here is the powerhouse. Here is the beliefs, the paradigms, the programs, the self-image. Everything is here because the feelings are here. The emotional mind is here. And this part cannot differentiate between what's real and imaginary. Just he knows the present now. And you can feed it whatever you want. Whatever you want. And every day you are feeding it. Just ask yourself, what am I feeding my garden? This is your garden. 96 to 98% of your results are from here, from the subconscious mind. But the key is the conscious mind. This is the key of the subconscious mind. So that's why I want your mindset to be stronger than your emotions. And I want you to be aware and intentional. What do I really want? Every time, what do I really want? Where am I which is the current results, where I want to go, which is your goal. I'm sure it's easy to you, it's obvious, but why we're stuck? Because of what have been fed here in the subconscious mind from the environment that we are in, from genetically, and this is how we are building those things. But this can be changed. I know it's challenging, but it can be changed. But that change requires a decision. You're muted.
As Ahmed says, 96% of our results and our behavior is controlled by subconscious mind. That's why it is so important to get them in alignment, get aligned subconscious mind with our conscious mind. And our conscious mind is like a safeguard who can accept and reject ideas. And through repetition, these ideas get into subconscious mind. So it is important that our subconscious mind is fed with the right ideas, which we choose intentively, yes, intentionally, not just ideas which we heard from our childhood when we were infants and when it was mostly formed when we were so small with our parents' ideas, our teachers, and our society. So when today you decided on a big goal, you should understand that you have to reprogram your subconscious mind. You had to get those weeds which were put there without your permission, without your consideration, and place those seeds which you want, those seeds which aligned with your big goal. And it will take time. That's why you have to be consistent, and that's why you have to read your goal every day, repeat it every day, visualize and start thinking, feeling, and acting as that person. And when you do this consistently, then your subconscious mind can be like that new garden, which all the weeds taken and new beautiful plants are seed, and you can see how beautiful it becomes. And it takes time, persistence, and consistency. And when you do that consistently, your subconscious mind will accept this a new idea, and it when it is aligned with your conscious mind, it will give you like GPS, that ideas you will start hearing, seeing different signs, which will show you the way how you can achieve your goal.
That's the point that we are working on, that our subconscious mind doesn't differentiate between the real and imagination. That's why we are imagining as if we achieve the goal, and we are feeding that to our mind. So it doesn't matter how hard you work or how many hours you work. If you keep doing the same paradigm, the same program, nothing will change. And just things, time will move month after month, year after year with the same results, because our paradigm controls everything, all our results, money, relationships, our business, everything. Nothing change if we keep the same paradigm. And that's why we have to start to be aware and take control of the flow of thoughts. So as I said here, there's a flow and power of thoughts or energy is coming to our conscious mind. And it's our responsibility, because this have the free will to choose. So it's your choice to control this energy and to just choose whatever you want that is aligned with your goal. So are you looking to this world around you as a scarcity mindset or abundance mindset? Or are you having this, like, are you using the five senses to just see this is the result and you are connected to the current results and you're stuck with it? Or you are visualizing your goal, you're acting from your goal, and you have a clear plan what you're doing, and every day you're flexible with it and you're just persisting toward your goal. So it's all depending on you. And you have to stop here sending yourself a double binding message. Okay, what I mean by that's my goal. I did my morning routine. I start very good at the beginning of the day, but the whole day I was sending double binding message. I couldn't find clients, or I am not selling very well. I'm not doing well. So this is how you will not go any far. This is the dangerous of conflict ideas in your conscious mind, and that's why you're distracted from inside and from outside. So just you have to fill your day with one idea, with one goal. That's it. That's how you always ignite your desire. You're always, because goal creation is an art. It's fun. It's your goal. It's, you have to enjoy the process. You have to enjoy this journey, and you have to decide. Just say this is day one, or one day I will do this. You have to decide. It depends on you. You have to name it and you have to claim it. And here it would be a great opportunity, Elena, to talk about the three types of goals. There's three types. The average goal, which the masses, what they know, what they have done before already, or what they know, what they do, what they done, and they're doing it again and again. That's why it's an average goal. And the other type is the good goal, that they think they can, it's possible if they have the resources. And once they achieve it, they go back to the masses, to the average goal. But if you stretch, if you extend, if you go out of your comfort zone, you move to extraordinary goal, the world-class goals that we're talking about, type C goal. And that goal would be, you don't know how to do it, but you would love to do it. You have to stretch to become that person to achieve that thing. So, as I said, you should not focus on how can I do it, but focus on I'm getting to do it. I really want it more than anything else. I want success as badly as I breathe. That's how. Don't, because once you want something, the how will show itself by itself.
Yes, and be ready that at the beginning, especially, your subconscious mind will resist because it programmed another way. It just programmed to do what you used to do and the results which you have. So initially, you will feel that it will be a fight. Yes, because you will see that all your body is against you. And you want to do something new, but your body wants to do something else. Your subconscious pulls you back. So it is really important to understand that, especially in the beginning, you have to be resilient, you have to be consistent, you have to be ready to do whatever it takes. That is why that third type goal that Ahmed mentioned, that world-class goal, that big goal, is important, because it is like container. Bigger goal is bigger, you have that energy container full of enthusiasm, fuel, which will push you to do whatever it takes despite all inconveniences. Because this is process which you have to reprogram your subconscious mind, and the roots of these habits which you have now are so strong. Like imagine like tree which roots went down so strong and far and deep and wide, and you have to replace those roots with different roots. So it will take time. It doesn't happen at the night. But when you are committed, when you know exactly what you want, when your goal is big enough to give you that necessary energy fuel to overcome challenges, you will be guaranteed of success when you do exactly what we're telling you in this goal.
I love what you're saying, what you said, Elena, because you're spending time and money anyway. Why you don't spend your time and money with something you'd love to have, or with a goal, big inspiring goal? Because our spirit is always want to grow. And that's why we love to have big goals in our life. And as you said, we have to fuse with our goal. You have to stay connected with it on the same frequency, so we can get that ideas, we can see the opportunities. Because if we're not focusing on the goal, we cannot see the opportunities. We cannot activate our imagination, because imagination, what will create us to make actions. If you want to set the actions, once you have the visualizing your goal, you'll get the action straight away. Maybe if not from the first time, but once you practice, and there will be one lesson about the mental faculties. We'll go in depth with imagination, but imagination is one of the essential thing because everything happens twice, created twice. First, and as an image through imagination in the mind, and your goal is the same, and then physically outside in the physical world. And the second thing with the goals, it should be identity-based behavior. You have to, and there will be also another lesson, another model working on the identity, because we can never outperform our identity. And this is essential for goal achievement. That's why our identity is our goal. And the third thing you have to consider while goal achievement is it should be process driven. You have to have a plan. You have to have a plan and do it into action, whether you are ready or not. Most of the people are waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time is now, not but now. So, and as you said, the time to act is when the idea is hot and emotionally strong. This is how you just do it. Make the title of 2025. Let's do it now. Whenever the idea is burning in your mind, just do it. Enter into the spirit, as Thomas Stewart said, that spirit just off the thing, off your goal, off it. Claim it, name it. So that's how you should be connected and fuse your goal and at the same frequency. And one of the things that I would love to share here is the law of vibration, because it dictates what you're doing. And it's so essential to be surrounded with productive, successful people. And this is how you stay with the high frequency instead of being with a low vibration or low frequency team around you.
Yes, yes. So important to be surrounded with people who also have big goals. Yeah, because this is always about energy. Yes, and when you're surrounded with people who also aim high, who do certain work, they discipline, you also see as more role models. Yes, like you always have to have role models because you can pick those characters which you have to build in yourself to become the person you have to become in order to achieve your goal. And you should eliminate communication with people who drain your energy, put it to minimum, and be very conscious about how you spend your day, how you spend your day. And again, repetition of your goal will help you to get tuned to the frequency of your goal. Yeah, so when you keep your goal in your mind, when you do everything, make all decisions from place of your goal, you will get to that frequency. And then, as Ahmed said, you don't need to know how, because when you start visualizing, you will start getting different ideas. You will start acting different. You will say, oh, how I did those things. I don't even see now that they're important. So you naturally will shift to different action. And you will be guided by invisible hand. That is your intuition, which will show you the way. You will start picking ideas and you will see how quickly you will change. Even if you implement this, visualize, start thinking from your goal, even from 1 month from now, you will see that you are a different person. You will look back 1 month ago and you will not think why I did those things. Now I see clear what I have to do in order to achieve goal. And when you continue doing that, you will become more confident, more consistent, because you will see it is your reality already. You don't need to convince yourself anymore because it is yours. You will become that person and you will become the magnet, because from energy field, yes, you will put yourself in that right channel with that right frequency which is aligned with your goal, and you will start attracting ideas, people, circumstances which will be aligned with your goals.
I would love to highlight this point because we attract not what we want, we attract who we are, what you are thinking, and who is the person you want to become. That's why the model 2 was the alignment of belief and the wants. The moment your belief matches with any state, you fuse with, whatever your goal is. This union results in activation and projection of its plots, plans, conditions, and circumstances. So just don't ask yourself how. Just ask yourself, instead of how, what action should I take? Whom should I contact? Where should I be? Whom should I meet? And this new state of conscious awareness becomes your home from which you view the world. It's a different conscious awareness. It's a different level, because all what we're working on is expand and having a different level of higher level of conscious awareness. And this is your workshop. This is your imagination. But if you're observant, you will see that the outer reality is shaping in front of you. You can see that through your imagination. Imagination is what creates the action. I said that before. And there will be one model just talking about the 6 mental faculties. One of them is imagination. It's huge. It's the beginning for all the ideas. And here's the essential thing is the auto-suggestion. I would love to talk about, because once you start, you are making auto-suggestion automatically, whether you like it or you don't, you're making it. Just ask yourself, what is the auto-suggestions I'm following today? What is the inner dialogue? Because once you start creating a new one, there will be like a world war inside of you. And it's challenging, because now you must, because you're at level now, you must take control over your paradigm, a conscious control, and start replacing it. Remove the old one, and just don't remove the old one with doing nothing. You have to remove the old one, burn it, write it down. This is the saying, non-productive actions, burn it, and start writing down what are the productive actions that I will be doing. That's me. That's it. That's that person. And through repetition, and be emotionally involved with the new things. That's the new model. That's the new you. And when you move to that frequency and just be communicating in that frequency and stay there and not going down by taking a committed decision, this is how you go beyond the 5 senses. Because your 5 senses is the last thing that will see the goal, feel the goal, and physically feel it, that's here. You can hear it. All what's required now is really, I'm repeating this again and again, a decision. Not only any decision, it's an irrevocable, committed decision. And your goal must dominate all your working hours.
Yes, and remember that the only one prerequisite to achieve your goal is your burning desire, is what you really want. So focus on that, find first what you really want, because if you did that right, the rest is the process which you can do according to our course, just implement step by step, and you will achieve your goal. Because this formula works for everyone. It is based on universal laws, and if you implement, if you start doing certain things in a certain way, means according to the laws, your success is guaranteed.
Absolutely. I want to close here just to remind everyone, please watch this episode like 3 times, 4 times, because there's a lot of ideas, lots of thoughts. Rethink, review, rewrite it down. What are your new ideas? Is your goal is clear? The image is clear. Is there any necessity to change the goal? Maybe it should be clearer. It should be clear. It should be a clear image, and start painting it, because it's goal achievement. It's an art. Goal setting is an art. Goal achievement is an art. It's by process. Fuse with it. Just stay connected on the same frequency. Vibration is the primary law in this world. And we will be working in the next episode on the identity, because we can never outperform our identity. And the last point, be process driven. Just write a plan, start applying it now. Don't say, I'm not ready. You're always ready. It's your choice.
And believe in yourself. Believe in yourself that you can do that. That you are capable. And more you tell it yourself, more you believe. Initially, maybe you will not. Yeah, because your goal is big outside of your current situation. But when you repeat this and just do what we suggest you to do, you will see how your belief will grow, how your faith will grow. So believe in yourself, have faith, and see your goal as already achieved. And we will really be happy to see you there. And if
I
you go,
see them there.
yes,
I
we
see them there. If they follow the steps, they will just achieve it. It's not a secret. Success is not secret. It's by the laws
yes.
of universe and laws of the mind.
Yeah, you can borrow our trust in you. So trust yourself, trust the universe, do what it takes, and get there, achieve your goal.
Let's do it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Looking forward to our new episode.